What's going on, folks? Rob with Oddball ORV. So it's been a little while since I've done a video, and it's about time to correct that. The reason why it's been such a long time is because we've had the engine torn out of the Odyssey, and it's been up at the repair shop. Sent it to Chris at CW Racing. He's up in Campbell, California. Got advantage, he's real close to me, so that worked out really well. Went up and met him. Chris is an awesome guy, super chill, really fun to talk to. He's got a lot of cool stuff going on in his shop. So if you haven't been to his shop and you need some engine work done, by all means look him up, Chris at CW Racing, and I'll try and put a link in the description. So what I'm going to do now is show all the work that he did, and we'll start getting this engine back into this Odyssey. Alright, so we're going to do a little quote-unquote unboxing here, although it's not really coming out of box. Although, actually, this is coming out of a box. This is our new Wiseco piston. So we have a, let's see if I can find it here, the size on this thing. I think this is an 80. Yeah, don't quote me on that. Let's take this out, let's take a look here. So I have our piston ring here. Piston rings, we got two of them, like that. And oh, they go fancy, fancy schmancy. You get this nice, nice little bag. I guess for what you pay for it, why not, right? Let's open this up here. Take this out. There's our new piston. We have our rings for the side. I believe that's what those are for. Check that. And yeah, so here's our piston, all machined aluminum. Actually, this looks like it's cast. I'm not really sure. And then they machine the outside. That's probably what they do. So. Looks quite nice. Stick that there. Alright. So the next thing we got a gasket. This is for our intake. So this is an aftermarket intake. I do have to clean it up. This is a billet aluminum. You can get this on the Oddball ORV website if you need it. What's really cool about this is that this boot here is pretty easy to replace. It's just like a $20 product. So if you get some cracking or any issues with this, you can just replace this, and the rest of the intake is all machined so that it all works very nicely. So got the intake and of course the gasket that goes with it. Got our head gasket here in our cylinder gasket. So that'll come in handy. We got our new needle bearing. So I don't know how many hours are on this engine because I bought the machine used, so it's a bit of a question. But we're going to go ahead and replace this bearing anyways. We already have access to it, so why not? And you know, they're relatively cheap. And then the other thing that we got from CW Racing is a new set of reeds. These are carbon fiber reeds. We're going to give these a whirl. I'll be honest, I've not ever replaced reeds before, so this is going to be a new thing, but from what Chris said, it's pretty easy to do. So we got that. And then the next thing here is this is our exhaust port, and Chris was nice enough. This gasket's a little chewed up, but we're not worried about that. Kind of hard to see, but on the inside he cleaned this all nice. It was all gunked up with a bunch of carbon and everything, so nice to see that that's all looking good. So we're going to set all this stuff to the side, and we're going to pull out the cylinder, and let's take a look and see what happened on the cylinder with all the work that he did. So here's our piston. I'm sorry. Here's our cylinder, and we got a little bit of wiping down to do, clean it out. But before, I never really showed this, and even if I tried, the camera wasn't set right, so you couldn't even see it. But this cylinder was so worn that there's actually a groove, a ring right here that you could feel. So it was worn that much. So it was an original piston, so it was obviously well overdue. Chris did a nice job. He went and cleaned everything up. So it's all nice and shiny in there. He even ported the intake here. So I don't know how well you can see that, but those are all beautiful, shiny, super shiny and everything. So that's fantastic. He even kind of opened it up a little bit. Chris was saying that for these 350s, they do run really hot. You don't want to get too crazy with them. You don't want to overdo it, just because you're gonna decrease the life of the machine. And you know, for my uses, I don't need a lot of high performance. I'm not racing or anything like that. The performance I got out of it before the engine blew, you know, was really great, and I was only running 100 pounds of compression. So I'm gonna be fine with it. We didn't do anything super aggressive. Just cleaned things up a little bit. Did a little bit of opening up here and there, and I think that'll work out quite nicely for us. So, oh, I'm sorry, this is the exhaust bridge. I called it the intake. This is the exhaust port. This is the intake side. This is where our rings go. So we're going to do some wiping down of all the surfaces before we actually go through and put all this stuff in. So the next thing is, to keep it cool, we're going to go with a water-cooled head. So this is a different water-cooled head than I've run before. It's a little bit different. It's a two-piece. It's got a little bit of nice design elements here, a little more compact. The other water-cooled head is fantastic. Worked really well for me. I'm just trying this one out because I had an opportunity to try it, and I like the design. So we're gonna get this one a roll. So when it's all said and done, it's just gonna go on like that, and it'll do its thing. So that's about all I got for this video. Looking forward to getting back in the shop again and starting to put things back together. It is going to take hopefully about no more than a week or two. Maybe do it over 1 or 2 clips, we'll see. But with that, oh, one last thing. I got a little new addition to the shop here. I don't know if you guys noticed it, but if you see here, got a nice little shop flag, and pretty excited about that. If you guys are interested in getting something like that, go on over to Oddball ORV and check it out. I think the flag is under the apparel section. You should be able to go into that. We're doing hats, shirts, mugs, all sorts of things like that. It's just a little bit of swag. Feel free to get it if you want it. Anyways, with that said, that's all I got. Thanks, guys.